All right, good morning. All right, I had a wonderful request to redo my Monarch butterfly look that we had for one of our Mary Kay events. It was actually inspired by a color that Mary Kay used to call Amber Blaze. However, they kind of redid the color and now it's called Shiny Penny, and I'm going to get to those here in a minute. So, because a lot of people really liked it, y'all wanted to see how I did that Monarch butterfly on my face, that's what we're going to be doing here today. Alright, so before I get into it, my face is already washed and cleaned. It's like 90% dry, so it's going to be ready to go as soon as we get started. First and foremost, I'm going to go down the list of products that I'm going to be using here today, and I'll say them again whenever we come to them. First and foremost is going to be the good old-fashioned primer, because you want your makeup to stick. You don't want it coming off halfway through the night. And then I go in with the Timewise 3D Matte Foundation. The thing I love about this is your makeup sticks to it, so getting that intense orange and getting the eyeliner to not, I guess, wipe off, especially the liquid eyeliner, this stuff holds on to it really, really well. So my color is Warm 130. Yes, I'm a little pasty. I'm definitely really on the fair side. All right. Furthermore, from that, I'm going to be tearing in, you have to excuse me, I got mine in the boxes right now because mine are covered in foundation. So, I want to show you something funky. Alright, first and foremost, I'm going to be going in for all my eyelining. For all the eyeliner that you're going to be seeing, it is going to be the Mary Kay eyeliner crayon in Black Noir. As you see, I still got a copy of mine in the box. And for all the liquid eyeliner, you're going to be seeing the Mary Kay waterproof eyeliner pen. This thing's got a felt tip on it, so it's pretty foolproof. And of course, this is an intense black because it needs to be dark black. I mean, come on. It's like doodling on yourself with a Sharpie, but better because it comes off. All right. Secondly, we're going to be going into all the fun colors that you're going to be seeing me utilizing here today. As you see, I've got my wonderful palette. No, I'm not using everything in it. For my blush, it is going to be Mary Kay in Shy Blush. Love that thing. And for all the fun eye colors, I have got Chocolate Kiss. So that's a nice, shiny, warm brown. Now, this is the color that got me inspired to actually do this look, because this is my absolute all-time favorite color forever. It got renamed to Shiny Penny, and look at how freaking, if my camera would zoom, look at how glittery. I know that looks really gold, but it's definitely very copper. It's very coppery color. For my shiny, darker gold hue that you're going to be seeing, it is Mary Kay Rustic. It's very chrome shiny. It's very, very subtle though. It's not as bold as it looks. And then finally, for the depth of brown that I'm going to be needing, I do have Hot Fudge. This is very intense, so go in lightly. And it is, you can see, it is matte. It doesn't shine up or anything. I use that for getting a lot of the depth. You're going to see me doing a bit of some highlighting. And I'm actually using an eyeshadow to do it. And it's also another favorite of mine. I love using it to highlight underneath my eyes to help brighten them up. And it is Moonstone. I know that looks incredibly pale, but it is a very, very shiny kind of, almost want to call it like a clean sand kind of look, like those super fancy groomed beaches. All right, and again, I'll be naming off the colors as I dip into them so that everybody gets to stay on track. Last but not least, I am going to be going in with my Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara. I am an absolute fan of the Lash Love Mascara as well. Last but not least is going to be the lips. It is going to be lined with black eyeliner, so that's how I got them so dark. And then I come in afterward with the Red Envy At Play Matte Liquid Lip Color. And then for the highlighting, I add in the Matte Liquid Lip Color in to help that. Last but not least, I do pat it over with the Mary Kay Liquid Lip Gloss in Iconic Red. That's how I got that nice red hue on it. All right, so let's get into it, everybody. First and foremost, I'm going to get my face started with the primer and the foundation, so I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so no matter how you put on your foundation, always make sure to grab a brush, give it a nice little round out. This will make sure that you don't leave any thick spots behind that can cake up into your skin and make your age look apparent. Age is a number for you to tell people, not a number you want to wear in your face. Alright. Do not be afraid to foundation up your lips. I know that sounds kind of goofy, but you're going to need that extra foundation to help this lipstick and especially the eyeliner stick. Alright, so a little counterintuitive, but you'll understand, trust the process. Next, I'm going in with my moonstone highlighting. Please note, yes, it is, it's definitely an eyeshadow, but shh. Alright. So, my eyes don't sink in, but I always like brightening them up a little bit. So I take that moonstone, nice big swirly actions, hit the bridge of the nose, and the tip of the nose. I dust across my eyebrows because I don't want them looking like they sunk in, and of course, the ball of the chin. Now this part, for the Cupid's bow, you can either lightly dust over with a brush, but you're also going to see me go back later with my finger and like really highlight the Cupid's bow. Alrighty. Next is going to be my good old-fashioned blush. Again, a shy blush, and first I pat, then I swirl. Because I've got nice prominent cheekbones, so they kind of stick up a little bit. And again, pat, and then swirl it until you get it as big as you want. Now, I also come back with a larger brush and really help blend it out. That was a little much. And the reason I go back into here is because you see how that nicely started glowing up my cheeks? That's why. I kind of pull the highlighting powder down onto the cheek, so I got these nice little brightness, and it blends right in with the blush. Alright, as promised, I'm going back in with a bigger brush. I'll dust it off. This is just a nice big fluffy soft brush that I have, and I use it to really pull that blush out, because as you see, a little bit went a really long way. User's preference, I fan mine all the way up to the nose so I get a nice even complexion with it. Now I've got a gentle brown that I use to help highlight. We do have our good old-fashioned contouring sticks. They're just a little on the potent side for my face. I don't even know what that was, but alright. So as you see, I've got a nice little bit of color to my face. I'm going to be right back, and we're going to get started on the eyeliner, comically enough. You're going to get to see me do a full glam look, and then we're going to start tipping it off with the butterfly effect. Okay, so I've met plenty of people that will tell me that they do their eyeshadow first, and then they put on their eyeliner. However, as you can clearly see, I do have heavy hooded eyes. So eyeliner is a little bit tricky, and so is the eyeshadow, especially because if you want the faded and gradient look, hopefully I'm saying that right. Anyway, so if you actually want that look to actually work on your heavy hooded eyes, again, as you see, I don't have a whole lot of eyelids here. Check this out. I'm going to show you a neat little trick to get not only a cat eye look successfully, but also make it not look blocky and weirdly shaped. And it's kind of got a nice little peekaboo whenever you close your eye. So, 2 seconds, watch this. Okay, so just real quick to show you exactly what I did. I've got one teeny weeny little line. Now, yeah, I'm just going to grab this little bad boy. Sorry, it's my lip liner. Okay, check this out. All I did was for all us heavy hooded ladies, we got to look straight at our mirror. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your eyeliner, eyes open, looking straight ahead, and you're going to put a little tick mark on your eyelid. You can do this at the end of your eyelashes or at the furthermost corner of your eye, whichever you like better. And you're gonna mark up and then straight up onto the eyelid. And now as you can blatantly see, my line is cut off. Check out what we do next. So don't worry, I know it looks a little messy, but all you do is you're gonna fill that in. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue to draw out the rest of the cat eye. You make a little, I'll just show you in a second. Don't worry, I'll clean that up. So then you're gonna go to the natural crease of your eye and you're gonna connect it up, draw your nice little wing. Now I know this looks like ridiculously tall and it looks funky, but here's the key part. Most of it's all cut off because it all disappears in your eyelid. So let me get this filled in, and then you're just gonna do a simple little thin line right over the top, right over your eyelid, just to kind of give yourself that little va-va-voom. Be right back. All right, so I filled in my eyeliner. Oh, and just so you're aware, I use liquid eyeliner. If you want to use the gel eyeliner with a brush, just make sure you got a nice thin line. So you may want to like thin out your brush a little bit. You need a nice sharp line on this. Same thing with anyone that's using like gel crayons or pencils, whatever the case may be, same deal. So as you see, I went ahead and I filled it in, and I just got a nice little right across the eyelashes. And you're probably thinking, I was like, this looks crazy, but here's the key part. Ooh, cat eye. All right, I'm gonna go make the other side match so I don't look all extra funky today. Be right back. All right, so eyeliner is now in place. As you see, this is also called a bat wing. You can look up an additional tutorial right on YouTube for hooded eye, cat eyes, or the bat wing. So, next thing's next. We're going in with the shiny penny. I prefer to put in my ColourPop before I put in anything else. So, digging in kind of hard here. And for it being good old-fashioned Halloween, yes, I am patching that bad boy in kind of hard. Most people will be yelling at me going, why aren't you using a transition shade? Well, this is my transition shade. So. And yes, I go top and lid. And this is why I do my eyeliner first, because it puts a barrier up for the eyeshadow. So we'll go ahead and get this all fun stuff patted in. For this, only the shiny penny is going to go beyond the eyeliner. This will be the only color that I take past it. And I will sweep this thing over like it is, in fact, my transition color. Look how pretty that is. Let me make the other side match. Alright, so now that we got all that fun stuff in, my next step is going to be going in and starting to add a little definition to this. I'm going in next with Chocolate Kiss. And this is just to add a little bit of depth right in there. And I'm just tapping this one in, and don't worry, you're going to see why I blend all this funness in the next bit. Alright, next color is going to be the Rustic. We're going to go in and get a nice half decent swoop of that. I don't put this stuff on lightly. And we're going to go right up against the eyeliner and just drag it in. And it adds a lot of depth right there to the eyeliner and gives it an edge. That way then I've got a more smoked out kind of transition when it comes to the eyeliner. So it doesn't look quite as harsh and cut. Let me make the other side match. Last but not least, I'm going to get a little swoop of the Hot Fudge. And it's going right down here onto the eyelid and directly into the crease. Go in lightly. This color is very, very bold. So a little goes a long way with this stuff. Believe me, I do mean a little. So let me just get my little pocket mirror right here. Haha. Again, I'm going right into the crease and just getting it in. Alright, as you see, I've got a nice, beautiful gradation from my shiny penny to the rustic, the chocolate kiss, and then finally the hot fudge. Alright, if you want to stop right here and fast forward all the way to the end where I finally get the lips on, you're welcome to it. This look is you're more than welcome to stop this look right here and get the eyeliner, or excuse me, get your mascara rolling and get your lips done, and you've got a glorious fall look to just go out in town with. However, we're going to get started on the more costume part of it. For this, I do have I'd recommend using probably like a brow liner, depending on your skin tone, whichever works best. If you need to use you see what I've got? This is what I'm using because I don't care, and it wipes off easy. This is just for marking so that I can make sure the butterfly is even. And what I do is I mark right above the eyes. Really probably should look at a mirror when I do this, not the phone. Alright, so like I said, I use a crappy, this is a brow, this is an old, oh my god, this is a really old brow pencil, if that makes any sense to you. And I'm using this just to do the markup so that I can make sure the butterfly is nice and even. We're gonna go over here. And this is how I cheated and got that butterfly actually pretty even. Do the markup. You're gonna mark where all the wings are going. Ooh, and there's the cut up. And all I'm doing is I'm giving it a little twist. Then we're going to come right back out here. This is where the second wing is going to come out. And I did a swallowtail, so we're going to go all the way down there. Yeah, it looks good to me. Now for this one, I do more spots, because this one's got a little bit more curve to it. Alright, let me get the other side. Here's another reason for using a crayon and nothing else, because if you got a spot out of place, just that simple. Okay, next thing's next. Time to outline with the black eyeliner. Alright, so I stand corrected. The black eyeliner is not mistake friendly. You honestly use a eyeliner that you maybe don't care about, because you're going to use a lot of it. So I'm just coming back with the brow pencil, because you're not going to see this color whenever we get started. So start playing connect the dots. And this is where you can kind of play with the shape a little bit, like how I got the swallowtail. It's gonna look funky. It's just gonna look funky, trust me. Alright, so everything is lined out. Next step here, I'm going to be starting to draw some of the detail work inside of the butterfly wing. Butterfly wings are not even, so who cares if they don't match, right? So, if you need to, I just pulled up an image of a butterfly wing and I just kind of ran with it. Alright, so I'm going to be right back. Again, my next item I'm going to be using is going to be the Mary Kay Black Noir eyeliner crayon. You definitely want crayons because you're going to see where I actually come in and I smudge a little bit and kind of like blend it around a little bit with a concealer brush. Alright, so I will be right back after I start getting all the detail in, and then I'll show you how I smudge it out. Alright, so as you see, it has started. Literally, I just drew a couple of little circles, and now I'm just kind of haphazardly getting the black eyeliner. Like, these bigger sections up here are all going to be orange, so have no fear. And if you want to darken your eyebrows, I would suggest using a very, very, very dark brown, or possibly the eyeliner if you want to darken up. And again, this is like 2-year-olds coloring right here. It's not meant to be pretty, it's just meant to get the black in place. As you see, the butterfly effect really begins to come out at this point. You don't have to be super, super thorough. Again, I'm going to be going in with a concealer brush here in just a few minutes after I get this side up, where I kind of smudge this around and kind of get the color to go into it. So be right back and get this side. Alright, so the butterfly's in place. As I said, you may want to get your eyebrows with the eyeliner, and that's exactly what I did. Now it's time to fix it so I don't look extra funky. And as you see, it actually smudges quite easily. So then, as I said, you're going to be taking your concealer brush, and this kind of softens all the edges, blends it a little bit, and as you see, especially with the Mary Kay's pencil, this stuff smudges very, very easily, and it makes it look so much better if you smudge it a little. Softens up the lines, gets things looking a little bit better, hides the fact that I did this in a hurry. And you can correct any shaking of the hands you may have had when you were putting down the eyeliner. And that's the whole beauty of having the liquid eyeliner here in a little bit. It's going to deepen this up just where we want it, and it's going to make it look black, because I know right now this is probably looking a little light. Alright, looks way smoother than this side, so let me get to it. Alright, so I've got everything smudged up pretty well. One reason I'm going to tell you that you really want to use even if you're not using Mary Kay and you want to do this look, you need to make sure that you have a crayon that smudges easy for that reason. Because first thing I hope you notice is that I did not set my first and foremost, I did not set the foundation. It is not set with powder. It is not set with any sprays right now. Reason being is because you do that, your eyeliner is going to like tug and pull at your skin the whole time you're doing this. It's not going to glide easy. It's going to make a mess. So don't set your face first. We're going to set it afterward. Now for my favorite part. Color, ladies. The color. Alright, so I'm grabbing my nice good fluffy brush, and I'm going to start digging into Shiny Penny. I don't wet my brush first when I start this up. Reason being is because I can always build the color, and this stuff builds like there's no tomorrow. So I'm not going to be getting my brushes wet until the very end. So digging into that color. Alright. And just pat it in and start building color. Now I will add depth to this color after I get my basic down, which is all that Shiny Penny, because orange is my main color. Orange is the color I want you seeing first. And I'm not kidding when I say I am digging in and I am patting it on. And I'm just turning the brush as I go to make sure I get as much color off the brush as I can. And this is also why I did full makeup before I started doing this, because the brush helps kind of accentuate the orange, brighten it up a little. And because I don't need to go back in later and try get in between all the patchwork, you know? So whenever you do kind of more glam style makeups like this, you definitely want to do your full face first. Alright, now as you saw, like, this right here is the reason I took that Shiny Penny all the way to the brows. And why I basically treated that as my transition color. Because it is everywhere, and I want it everywhere. Alright, and just that easy, I got the orange on. Now, like, Shiny Penny is very shiny, so, like, I'm looking at it in the camera, and it looks like I got gaps right here and here. That's actually just the, that's just the shine, because this stuff is very shiny. Not like digging in and getting in. But believe me, that color is in there. It is all in there. It's just very shiny. And I love it. It's absolutely glorious. Alright, let me get the other side up. So now that I've got all that shiny penny everywhere, a little forewarning, second reason why I do not wet my brush before I get started is because if your brush is wet or damp and you're putting on that eyeshadow, especially if you're sweeping instead of patting, you are going to smudge the ever-loving daylights out of your eyeliner. It's going to smear everywhere and make a huge mess. Alright, so next thing I'm going in with is Rustic, and this is literally just for depth. So it's that nice kind of, I don't even know what you call it. It really is kind of a rust color. And I just take it, ooh, that was really dark. Whoops. Little much. But I just take it in and along a bottom edge of each little orange. So this is entirely optional, as you see. I get a little overboard with my makeup sometimes. That's okay. But I also do it to add a little extra depth and dimension to it. And you're going to see here in a few minutes, whenever I grab that moonstone and add the highlight to it, how it kind of brightens it up and adds a little depth to it. Because like right now, I can't tell the difference between the upper wing and the lower wing. Now I can. And see, there's not really any real gradation.